and welcome to another Tribal Wars video. This week it's Legacy and I have gone rogue. I've decided to do something rather foolish, which in my experience really doesn't tend to work out very well, and play a control deck. To accomplish this, I've decided to run the full 8 rogue lands, so that frees up some space from the lands department to play some more controlling cards, and alongside that taking advantage of Notion Thief. Opponent will draw a card, take the first one in each of their draw steps. The player skips that draw and you draw a card. Alongside the Lawbroker, each player draws cards and then discards a card. So this can actually create a soft lock in the late game where you can cause the opponent to discard their card in their draw step. To supplement the Notion Thieves, we've got Narset. Each opponent can't draw more than one card each turn. They don't actually work very well together, because if the opponent can't draw more than one card each turn, the Notion Thief can't steal it. But I'm more concerned with games where I'm got a bunch of Lawbrokers and such, and nothing to make that a good card. And then to round out the rogues, we've got just 3 All-Resolving Enforcers, just a Death Touch creature that turns into a spirit when it dies, just as a speed bump for the opponent, and a Nighthawk Scavenger. Again, it trades with anything, and lifelink plus potentially having fairly high power can bring me back from the brink of death. So to go along with the Lawbroker stuff, we've got Jace Bellerin. Each player draws a card, and a couple of lands that do the similar sort of thing. Each player draws a card and discards a card, or each player draws a card. Just playing one of each because they are legendary. And then for control elements, we've got Fatal Push, obviously good, Drown the Lock, counter a spell or destroy a creature, with a CMC less than the number of cards in the opponent's graveyard, so Lawbroker can help fill up their opponent's graveyard. And then Bond 2's Last Reckoning, destroy all creatures lands you control, don't untap join your next untap step. And Force of Despair, because while I'm messing about trying to set up the each player draws plus Narset or Nation Thief synergies, I don't want to get overrun, so if it's not your turn, you may exile a black card from your hand rather than play your spells, mana cards, destroy a creature entered into battle for this turn. Trading some card advantage for tempo, so that to give me time for the card advantage engines to work, and then some ponders and some brainstorms to smooth everything out. Alright, let's see how this all works out. Alright, it's round 1 versus Diamond Dust. I am on the draw, and I have a hand with all tap lands. Do have a brainstorm though, and some removal. Alright, fine, keeping it. Change the outcast, okay. Doesn't really illuminate what I'm facing. Let's play the Bog. Don't need this stop right now. Oh, is it? Carriers? I was going to say Phyrexians, but it doesn't look like the Phyrexians have been updated to be Phyrexians yet. Play a blue land. Okay, I think I'll just play a Lawbroker and hold up a Fatal Push. guys. I think I can afford to get hit one more time, at least one more time. Okay, yeah, I'm going to say carriers. So I'm going to take out this outcast now. Just play a Norzov Enforcer. And the Glassball Short. Denouncer. See what Brainstorm gets me. Don't really feel like I need Force of Despair. May come to regret that, but I think I'll put like a Force of Despair and a Delta. Okay, sure. Yeah, makes sense. The Lochthwain's being used. Alright, I think I'll just... I can't even kill the Phyrexian Debaser with Drown the Loch yet. Probably going to use the Force of Despair on that. And there's a Notion Thief, which will almost certainly just trade for a Phyrexian Denouncer. So let's not bother with that right now. Just play a 2/3 menace. Yeah, I guess I'll just attack for one. Alright, let's get rid of this 2/2 flyer for 4, which is causing so many problems for me. Each opponent loses 3 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. So, okay. Might be a bit of an issue just as a 4-4. Another denouncer. So I'm either jumping or double blocking to force one of the Devourers to be sacrificed. I guess I'll just jump now. Okay. Okay. That just draws me a card. Okay, there goes the Notion Thief. And that draws Diamond a card. Well, I can kill that with the Force of Despair. That does put Diamond up to 8 cards in graveyard, so my Blackborn Rogues are very beefy now. So yeah, I definitely want to copy a Blackborn Rogue. Just trying to decide whether I want to attack with one of them. Oh, Black Bloom Rogue, sorry, that's what they're called. Trying to decide whether I want to attack. I think it's okay. Well, I am dead to a removal spell in that case. So yeah, that's maybe not. Pretty sure I just unclicked that. Alright, apparently MTGO disagrees with me. I am going to attack. Alright, so if I attack with everything, so we double block one of them, sacrifice the Plague Lord to kill another, go down to 2. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any way Diamond can survive with the Plague Lord alive or 2 Phyrexian Denouncers. So let's attack with everything. I suppose if there is a fatal push, I am just going to die to the Phyrexian Plague Lord. So he can get revolt by sacrificing his denouncers. But no, that's not what's happening. Right, sacrificing everything to only take 3 damage. Okay, well I can't block. Ooh. Alright then. Well, Diamond Dust does have 2 Castle Lockthwains, but only has 2 life, so hopefully they won't be too much of an advantage for him. Okay, I can push that. Go down to 1 from the fetch line crack. Let's see what Narset gives me. Ponder, Drown or Brainstorm. I think I'll probably want a Brainstorm. So I do want to find a threat ideally. And that lets me shuffle away one of these fetch lands. Okay, shuffle away 2 of these fetch lands. Just grab a swamp. Push that. Play a Lawbroker. Okay, which is Vengeance. Goodbye, Lawbreaker. Another Lawbreaker. And Drowning the Lock. So I now have a counter spell. Let's see. So I can counter this. Then I suppose the Diamond can't activate Castle Lockthwain this during his own turn because the Narset will prevent the draw. So I don't have to worry so much about a creature being cast that I can't answer. Okay, well this is using his mana, but it doesn't actually cost him any life. Okay. And then the Lawbroker would... Well, he wouldn't actually lock him out because you could draw 1 card on my turn with a Castle Lockthwain. They would have a good chance of winning. Okay, I think I can keep this with the Brainstorm to find me some more lands. Probably don't need to spew off a Force of Despair quite yet against that. Let's play the Glasspool Short. thoughts. I'm the one that's supposed to be stealing people's people's thoughts. See, it's like the Jace. Makes a reasonable amount of sense. Okay. Suspect I don't want all three forces of despair. Alright, let's just go run All's Life Enforcer. And attack land. For excellent denounce, okay. I think at this point I am just going to hold up a hardcast Force of Despair for the in case of 2/2 flyers. Okay, another changeling outcast. I could Force of Despair that. I'm going to take the risk of not doing so. Just play a Lawbroker. I'm not exactly worried about a Witch's Vengeance when the opponent's got two rows of themselves for themselves. Alright, Nation Thieves. Well, I suppose Nation Thief is just going to die, just going to trade with the Phyrexian down, so... Alright, what we'll do is... Force that to despair. And then I will kill the Phyrexian. I'll push the Denouncer. Sure. I'm not going to bother making everyone loot there, so let's just play a Notion Thief, get at least one use of it. He'll get rid of the other Lawbroker. want a second Notion Thief because I don't really expect this Notion Thief to survive very long. MacLeod. So this can trade off the outcasts for the Notion Thief, or a outcast for a Notion Thief. Let's do this. I kind of expect the Notion Thief to die in response. Yeah. I guess let's just force the other Notion Thief, to trade the Changeling Outcast as well. So that stopped me from taking damage. Narset, I don't mind that. Just going to ditch the Brainstorm. Well, maybe that was probably wrong. Because I can Brainstorm and then clear the top with Narset. Let's put Mikakoro on top. Happy enough to trade there. That was a Mutilate. Here, let's go. Narset. Yes, take Force of Despair, and then I will either cast that or activate Mikakoro, most likely. Okay, well, let's draw a card, ditch this. I think I'm going to ditch the Narsets, take 3, and then ditch Black Bloom Rogue. Okay, well I can't play the Nighthawk Scavenger and hold up a hardcast Force of Despair, but whatever. Drowning the Lock, that's pretty nice. Thoughtseize. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Presume it's just going to take the Drowning the Lock. Debaser. Alright, let's go with that 2-2 flyer. Gain some life. I think I'm just going to shuffle this. Royal Lawbroker. And then, short of something terrible happening this turn, well, okay, short of that, I could use it to soft lock Diamond Dust. Okay, continue to be victimized. Make another Nighthawk. It's like forgetting about Narset again. It's easy to do, it's very innocuous. Right, we're on to round 2. I'm on the play versus Naga. Yes, I would like to play first. Sure. Play a bog. Okay. This looks like reanimated demons. Fortress of Despair might do quite a lot of work. Right, let's play the Delta so I can cast Drown in the Loch if necessary. Okay, nothing happening. Another Force of Despair, don't mind that. Okay. Living Death. I'm just trying to decide whether I want to Drown in the Loch or use a Force of Despair. Let's use the mana. Scramble Mortuary Grave. Well, I can hardly resist this, can I? So that was Rinsgard and Razaketh being discarded. Just play out Lawbroker and Enforcer. Suppose I'll play the Mimic as a land. Four. I don't really want to play a Narset while I've got a Notion Thief. I'll ditch her. And then let's just play Jace. Okay. Yeah, I guess there's no reason not to just ponder. Yeah, I don't mind drawing another Lawbroker. I'll leave the Lawbroker activation till Naga's turn, so I don't have to discard yet. The hand size, I mean. Hey! So this seems like a sort of matchup where I want to have either a Force or a Drowning the Lock. Fatal Push is kind of worthless. In fact, probably not just kind of worthless, probably completely worthless, but I do have 3 cantrips. Yeah, I'm going to take the risk that the cantrips are good enough to keep the hand. There's a looting. Bristlebrand and a Villis. Go to the graveyard. Well, there's a Force of Despair and a Drowning the Lock. Dark Ritual. And there's Living Death. So, unfortunately, the way this works, Naga is going to be able to draw from Bristlebrand. Ooh. Ah. but he auto passed a turn, so I think he was not expecting that. Let's just hold up a draw on the lock for the next reanimation. Yeah, don't want to cast a brainstorm, so I don't want to go shields down or drown. Do I want to brainstorm to try and find a third land, or a fourth land rather? Yeah, I think I do. If I don't find one and he does cast another Living Death or equivalent, I do have the Bontu to claw back from that. So I think it's worth the risk. Probably don't want two Bontus. Do I want one? Do I even want one Bontu? Yeah, probably want to keep at least one, just in case something goes bad. Something goes wrong and Naga manages to put some creatures onto the battlefield. Flashing about the Faithless looting. Now I'm trying to remember, what order did I actually put things back on? So I kind of wouldn't mind drawing that fifth land actually. I think I put the land on top. Yes. Because yeah, this way I can cast Narsets and still hold up the Drown in the Lock. Take a Force of Despair. Yeah, let's just use the mana. Guess I'll get rid of the other Narset. So let's... yeah, I guess there's no particular reason to Gaia Reach Sanitarium on Naga's draw step when he's still got a card in hand. Just put some creatures in the graveyard in the off chance that somehow everything goes wrong. I get some creatures back. Okay, that's fine. So I want to force before my token comes into play, so that I don't kill my own token. Okay, you can fail to draw lots of cards. Oh, well, maybe this is... I was going to say maybe this is wrong, because I forgot about this ability, but I think it's fine. So yeah, my deck lined up pretty well against Naga there. The fairly good authority in my own eyes that Bandit Keith is playing Slithers. So Force of Despair might be pretty good. Everything else seems not amazing, but I'll keep this. Just play the Glasspool Shore. There's an Aether Vial. Let's just play an Orzhov Enforcer. Hopefully there'll be a good turn where Keith plays out a whole bunch of creatures in the same turn. Okay, first strike Sliver. Bantu/Reckoning. Alright, sure. Let's just pass the turn. Okay, Flying Sliver. So I could potentially... No, I can't. I was going to say I could potentially drown the Gale Rider Sliver, but Keith has literally no cards in graveyard, so... just, yeah, take two, that's fine. This is a land. I guess I might as well attack. just continue to pass. Okay, predatory sliver. Mutavault might turn out to be a bit of an issue. Much choice but to bond to / reckoning. Oh, bugger. Need to set a stop there to be able to force this, because now this giant in the lock's going to have a hard time doing anything. Okay, just activating Mutavault. And let's take 4 damage. Okay, don't want to take 6 damage. And Drown in the Lock's looking like it's going to be very difficult to make use of. Another Mutavault. Play a Lawbroker. So if Keith has no lands and no slivers, I might be okay. So I don't want him to be able to activate those Mutavaults, because then I start jumping. But I also don't want him to play any slivers, because then I might have to start jumping. Yeah, well, then I have to start jumping and also dying. How confident am I? The brainstorm will find me what I need. Not very. Alright, that's mulligan. Okay. This doesn't seem like the worst. I think I've put back those of Enforcer. The best sliver draws have evasion anyway, so the Enforcer might not be very good. The Vile turn one again. Let's play the Mimic, or the Shore. Shroudman? Not quite. Similar though. Fine though. Play this Strand in case I want to hardcast Force of Despair, or maybe just Brainstorm. Might want to cast that Black Bloom Rogue as a creature at some point. Muscly Sliver. Let's Brainstorm. I have no idea what to put back. Maybe a Narset. Say Narset and a Black Bloom. And let's get a Watery Grave onto my deck. Okay, got myself a Narset anyway. So taking 7 next turn. Just trying to decide whether I can afford to keep holding off on the Bantus. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and hold off one more turn. Okay. Alright, well, let's bond to this bond now. Sinew Sliver. I think that's fine by itself. Siphon Sliver. this Aether Vial's been a real pain in the ass. Probably have to kill that. Okay, I guess I ditched the Black Balloon. Damn it. So I'm just dead now because, again, the stop. I forgot to set the start. Right, here we are back with the deck with a better than expected 2-1 result. I did get kind of fortunate with the pairings that round 1 versus carriers, which, with all due respect to them, are not the toppest tier tribe in all of the wars. And then facing Living Death demons, which I completely intentionally designed a deck which was very effective at shutting it down. Wasn't an accident at all. But yeah, the Drowning Lock and the Force of Despair were really good there, and the Bontu/Reckoning helped. Yeah, and in fact even the Narset shutting off Grizzlebrand was useful. But then I got pretty decisively crushed by Slivers, which part of that was my own bumbling incompetence with Force of Despair and Aether Vial not setting a stop, which the first time I can chalk up to an honest mistake, but having it happen a second time with the exact same cards in the exact same situation, well, that was kind of embarrassing. Well, it's far from guaranteed I would have won even if I had used the forces correctly. That Aether Vial was a real pain, and I think Keith did a good job of playing around my stuff and not overextending into the board wipes, or overextending into the Force of Despairs actually. As far as card choices go, I think the only thing I'm really reconsidering is Bontu/Reckoning. The lands not on tapping is a pretty big drawback. I think maybe that'd be better as like a Witch's Vengeance, which, to be honest, is a card I completely forgot existed when I was designing the deck. But yeah, I mean the Reckoning was good against the demons, but I think Vengeance would be better against aggro decks, which is what this is really for. I've got enough hatred for the sort of cheap big things into play, which the Vengeance wouldn't be good against, so I think maybe I'll make that change. Yeah, overall I was pretty happy with the deck. It was fun and different. Thank you very much for watching.